Most pilots appreciate seeing a P-51 or other fighters and bombers of the era at major events like EA's AirVenture. But Paul Moses caught up with one group that is committed to bringing history to life in other ways.
The call to post marks the start of yet another day at Camp Miller here at Whitman Field. The colors raised.
Sergeant John, passage 95.
A bell tolls.
101st Airborne ETO with 2 Purple Hearts.
For those we now can only remember.
Group, attention! As you were.
This team represents the 340th Bomb Group, which flew B-25s over China, Burma, and Italy.
Good morning. As I mentioned at assembly, we'll be flying a mission this morning unless conditions change over the target. With that, I'll give the floor to Captain Berger.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning, sir.
Our target for today is an interdiction mission of 4 railway bridges in the vicinity of Benevento, Italy.
It's like a trip back in time, courtesy of the Warbirds Living History group.
Well, first we compliment the aircraft. We show what the pilots and crews looked like that actually serviced and flew these aircraft in World War II. But the most important thing is that we honor our nation's history by keeping it alive and honoring our veterans.
The Warbird community has always been about restoring and preserving these wonderful aircraft and honoring the men who flew them. Camp Miller, also about honoring those men, but remembering what their life was like when they weren't flying those dangerous missions. Be they American, British, or Canadian, the uniforms and the accommodations are true to the period. There are even L-birds in the backyard. So, what's it like living at this airbase?
Oh, it's excellent, because hearing the P-51 start up at 6 in the morning is the best alarm clock that I've had in a long time. But it's kind of a privilege because no one else really gets to stay this close to all the warbirds. It's just a blast.
Bombardiers will be utilizing 250-pound general-purpose bomb today with fused nose at 1x10 and 1x40 on the tail. Set your intervalometers at salvo.
The camp itself is named for Lieutenant Joe Miller, a veteran of the U.S. Army Air Corps and a B-25 pilot who at 93 passed away just a month ago. He was a cherished friend of this group.
He taught us a lot of things, became a friend, supported us, and we decided to honor him after a year or two of meeting him and naming our camp after Joe.
And while Lieutenant Miller has reached his final rally point, those who visit this camp are getting a closer look at the life he and his comrades lived while fighting for our freedom.
Let our fighters deal with stragglers, maintain integrity, and get your way back to the coast.
Good luck and Godspeed.
At AirVenture, Paul Moses, AOPA Live.
What a nice way to honor those guys and keep history alive. If you're interested in learning more about the reenactments, you can find it on Facebook at Warbirds Living History Group.